Hi, welcome back to another game of Warno. Today I'll be playing on Deathrow. This map is pretty interesting because instead of having multiple objectives which you can fight over, you're basically stuck fighting over this single objective in the center, which is this big open area, perfect for a armoured division, which is why I've decided to use the 1st, the British armoured division, up against the 27th Motostrelki. I'll quickly just go over my units that I'll be bringing up. So right up the front we've got the SAS patrols. They've got subs, a sniper rifle and satchels, and they'll be just trying to get in as far as they can to provide eyes to the front. And behind them I've got a single scout unit. He'll be coming over here. Basically the reason for that is in case I've got any vehicles that I need to take out with my RPG. And then further back I've got some Milans with their ATGMs, javelins with their AA, and some rifles. Same over here, and pretty much the same over here. Double Milans, double javelins, and then double rifles. So all pretty standard stuff. You will notice that I haven't brought up any tanks or any of the AA guns. That's because I just wanted to try to get in there as quickly as I could, and then we'll bring up the more slower reinforcements later. I'm also using a rover, so a very fast vehicle, 108 on roads. So the idea is to basically speed him up as fast as you can to here, and then get him to over into this bush over here. The reason for that is because if you can take this before your opponent, like if you can take this and this before they get to here and here, you'll get a very small advantage over them to start it off, which can give you a victory just from being a few points ahead. And with that we will begin. You can see it actually goes uphill. The great thing about that is that you can basically hide units back here, like behind the hill, and then move them up, which is perfect for your tanks. As you are getting shot by ATGMs, you can just roll back so that you're not going to get hit by those ATGMs. So SAS have no problem getting to their positions. Sometimes this can be quite contested if you're both kind of racing here at the same time. You will see that my rover gets in first. I've already got a +8. And then with a beefy +3. Looks like he's actually forgot to push his forward, or he's worried that maybe I was going to be doing a hard push. I'm not too sure. Conker's going in the back. Everything else has been set up with no contest, which is great. Sometimes the early engagements can be quite heated as you're all trying to race into the center, but we both played it pretty safe. Got a couple of gazelles coming up just to help scout better, and also to check if there was any AA around. These gazelle rockets are not too bad. They're only 12 rockets, but they're only at a 20 cost, so you can get quite a lot of value of them. Basically just drop your 12, pull back, resupply, and if they get shot down it's only 20 points. His leader vehicle does move in, and I actually spot that because of my patrol or something. The Gazelle, I believe. But I actually saw that come in there. My opponent bringing up some artillery. Now basically the whole early start is the two of us just bringing up artillery and just trying to hit positions. I did avoid aiming his leader, and the reason behind that was because I thought that what he would do is he would place it here and then move it somewhere else. But that wasn't actually the case. Yeah, there's my artillery piece. I did know that these conkers were here, so I was going to try and hit those first. I'm just having a look at his backline because I was curious as to why I wasn't seeing many of his units moving around. And it looks like it's because he has decided to just play it right on the back line, so he must have been expecting me to make a push first. So basically just playing battleships at the moment, which is an interesting way to start off a game. I haven't actually done this before. Normally I would just start pushing units into a spot, but because I had no idea where his guys were or how many guys he had, I was pretty worried that I would be going straight into a large force, so I was happy to just take some pot shots at certain areas. Trying to knock out these conkers was something I really wanted to do, because once they're gone, it makes it so that you can push into this area pretty safely. So I've got 3 artillery pieces up now, and my opponent seems to have 2. I also brought up some mortar squads. So you got 2 mortars here, 2 mortars here. And we're really just doubling down on the artillery. He did take out my SAS. So he's definitely winning in value. He's knocked out a Milan squad, a Javelin squad, and a SAS squad. And these Conkers are just dodging every shot fired at them. So rifles moving in. These rifles were basically going to give me an idea if something was around here or in any of these shrubs if they try to take some shots at them. I've got some chieftains in the back here. They're just the cheaper ones. Since I do know he has conkers, you don't really want to waste your supply goes down. You don't really want to waste your expensive tanks. The MLRS is back there. Does cause 1 damage. I think we finally took that conkers out. Finally. So I've got my rifle guys into position. I've also brought up some more rifles here, and well, they might have already been there. And then I've got some of the armed rifles, so they come in the warriors with the Reliant 2s. Looks like he did back those up in time. I've got some scouts, I've got a gazelle for vision. Some strikers with their swing fires. Basically the equivalent of a Milan 2 almost. A couple of rapiers. I wasn't too sure if I'd already killed that guy or not. Some more rifles coming in. So I've pretty much stopped thinking about artillery at this point. I think I do try to counter battery, but he's long gone. And I'm more interested in making a push. So I've got my rifles coming in. They're going to be backed up with the chieftains. And I've got a Challenger 2 as well, Mark 2. I've got the track rapiers in case they bring up any air support. Strikers. And then over here I've got the armed rifles with the warriors. And I think I'm bringing up some more armor. I thought something might be in there. So opponent did manage to defeat my units. I managed to take out his leader though, putting me up at 407. And then now he's counterattacking. I do have some reinforcements coming in. I've already got some reinforcements on the center. I wasn't expecting him to push so quickly on the left flank though, so I'm a little bit exposed at the moment. I forgot to pull back my supplies, but I do manage to do that just at the end there. Track Rapier is pretty exposed, the Rover is pretty exposed. Oh no, this is the one that I forgot, yeah. Now I have a Challenger Mark III coming up, so this is the best tank you can get for this division. So we're just going to try and resupply before we go back over. So we managed to take out his leader tank again. So we can start ticking back up again. He does make a bit of a push over here now. So I guess a pretty strong push over here now. While I was quite focused over on the left, he's now pushing at the right. I do have a few defenses here though, so it's not particularly bad just yet. I'm gonna bring the Gazelle over for eyes. I've got a bunch of units coming in. I did have to. So originally these guys were fast traveling along this road, but he was trying to hit my artillery. So there was a big barrage going on here, so I had to basically just regular move along the fields to get to my destination. So it gave him time to kind of get into position before I could try to counter. So that's one thing you should always remember. Try to leave your artillery away from the road. Unfortunately these guys were quite close to it. So I've got a small force still over here, but more focus over on the right at the moment. I brought up a Challenger Mark III. There's some chieftains back here as well. Again, those conkers just constantly evading me. Oh, direct shot. So I do pull back those rifles into the building and managed to basically stop their advancement. I've still got tanks back here as well, a couple of rapiers. I've got the mortars. This guy just surviving somehow after taking multiple hits from his artillery. And he's still just trying to counter battery. At this point I'm not too fussed about my artillery. Yeah, I just cycled over this Chieftain Mark 11. And because I didn't think that I'd really do any push in the center. There you have it. So he's 5695 kills to 5800 losses, so didn't get the kill ratio, but definitely a good game. Thanks for watching.